Yes, we can check here, and we are dealing with data definition language, create and alter, drop, truncate. Let's check with create command create keyword, and using create we can create a database, table or column. Okay, we can create database manually and as well as using SQL code. For the manually, if you want to create manually without code, just right click on that new database and give the database name, then click on OK. Automatically it creates. Let's see employee details, employee database, and I have given that, and you can check all this, and okay. Now you can check here employee. Now data base is created. Now if I want to create table means the data which is stored in structured form like this. Okay, now we need to create table or entity. Table is also called entity. Okay, remember this name, entity. And now we need to have some headlines, serial number, roll number. Okay, like that. So we are dealing with employee. So let me clear this. Yeah, in corporate companies, the employee will have ID number, okay, name, okay, designation, and salary. Let's create these four: ID number, name, designation, salary. Right? So how can we create? Even table also created manually or using SQL code. How can we create using SQL code? Use the database EMP, because it is in master. You can select like this. Okay, you are saying that use EMP database, or else you can directly check here EMP. Okay, or else if it is there like Raj, and if I click on this and if I execute this query, automatically it is changed to EMP. Now what I'm going to do is I'm creating table. Okay, table, and now table name is details. Let's say details of employees. And what are the columns? Column is EMP ID, that is employee ID. Employee ID, let's say varchar. Okay, with the 10 digits. Like if you take what we call roll number or hall ticket number like that, let's take EMP ID and his name. Again varchar, let's take 20, because names are extended up to 20. And next designation. So again varchar, let's say 10. And what else? Salary. Salary is the int. Now we have created a table. Let me execute this query. Now it's completed. Now if you want to check what are the columns and what are the values, what is the data stored in that table, simply enter details. Execute. Yes, employee ID, name, designation, salary. Yes, we have didn't give that values, so that there is no data stored in these columns. This is SQL. Using SQL query, we can create a table. If you want to create a table manually, let me go here. Click on tables. Okay, already details are there, so that I don't want to create again details. Just want to create employee name and his place. Now tables, click on that table, new table. After that it opens column name, that data type. Hello, null values means duplicated missing values like that. Okay. Column name. What is the column name first? Employee ID. Okay. And employee ID, let's check. These are the different data types. Okay. We are dealing with the varchar, right? Employee ID is so varchar, and it's taking 50. We don't want 50. Just take 10. Okay. Next. After that, his name, employee name. Name is also varchar. Stay varchar. Let's assume 20. And the third one is the his place, his native place. Let's take nchar rchar also. Okay. Like this. Now, after this, just click on save. Table name is what we class, what we give the table name. Let's give the details of table name as place, because we are highlighting only his native place. He's from. Okay. Okay. Now let's check in employee. Let me refresh that. And in the tables, you can check place also. Okay. And now new query. Let me take new query. Select star from place. Okay. Let me execute this. Yeah, employee ID, name, place, but no values. So you can enter values like a insert into, okay. This is SQL code, and you can enter manually also. How? Just click on that. Okay, place and edit top 200 rows. Oh, what happened? Failed to retrieve the data request. Login failure. Some error is occurring. Okay, there is some error. Insert into table name is place. Values are first one employee ID. Let's take varchar, right? Let's say 10 AB12 is his ID, and what is his name? Let's say Nagraj. And what is his place? Let's say Hyderabad. Okay. Now let's execute this query only. One row affected means one row is added. Let's check this. Select star from place, and now you can see it. Now if I want to change 3, let's say Arjun, and he's from Bengaluru. Right. Let me execute this one. One row is affected, and let's see. Execute. So like this, we can add the data. Okay. So these are the things, and if you want to change the data type, alter. What's the table name? Alter place, capital place, and add column married or unmarried. Status, marital status. Status of, okay, that's enough. And again, varchar with 10 letters. Some error is occurred, I think. Alter or update? Update, I think. Update column. Yes. Column, no, table. Updating table. Again, I think error. Some error is there. We'll check. We'll check that. And this is how can we change the values. Okay. Capital P. Capital P. Syntax here table place. Okay, we'll check this. And this is how can you enter the details. And this is about DDL. And if you want to drop, for example, let me take Nagaraj. So how can we delete a row? I want to delete entire this row. How can I do that? Simply delete from place table name where name equal to Nagaraju. Let me execute this one. One row is affected and select star from place. Now Nagaraj is deleted. What is the drop means? Drop means we can remove the column or we can completely remove the database or table also. Okay. If I use truncate table name, table name is place. What happens? It completes, it deletes every row present in that table. Actually, we have only one. So you can check here. Table, truncate, table, place. Why it's showing error? Yeah, now okay. Select start from place, right? Let me execute this one. So data is empty. So if I want to, there are three. One is the drop. Okay. Second one is the delete. Third one is the truncate. All are used for deleting only. But what are the purposes for each keyword? Drop is used for database, means whatever we create using create, what we do, simply we'll create database, okay, in that column, in the table, in that column also. So we can drop means deletes completely database, okay, table and column permanently. Delete means we can delete row. Row means, for example, in previous example, I have explained you Nagaraju. Using where condition, we can delete row by row, or we can delete everything. Okay, and truncate means table is there, but the data will be empty. Means it deletes entire data. Okay, it deletes entire data at a time. as compared to delete. Delete is the row wise. It is completely helpful for the deleting the data present in the table. Table is there, but data will be removed. So these are the difference between drop, delete, truncate. Now let's drop the database. What is the drop by database? Let's drop EMP. First, we'll drop the details. Use database. What is the database? Use EMP, right? And we want to drop place. Drop table. You can use capitals also. See, use EMP database. In that, drop table. What is the table name? Place. Right. Now commands completed successfully. Let me refresh this. Are you able to see the place? No, we have only details. Now we want to drop this database is also. For that, I can drop. I need to mention what I'm going to drop. Simply, there comes an error. I'll explain you why that error. Database and EMP. It throws error because already it is in use. You can check here. Okay. What is showing? Employee cannot drop database employee because it is in currently use. So let's change the database out of that and execute that. Now you can drop the refresh. Is there EMP? No, it is deleted. Now, these are the things what we have discussed. Now, today we are going to discuss a new concept, that is, we have seen already all this. Okay. So this is the difference between drop, delete, truncate. Drop is used to enter table, database, or column also. And delete is for specific rows from the table. And truncate, remove all rows from the table. Now, data transaction language, DTL. In this, we have three commands. And in this, what we are going to do is simple. Simple thing is rollback. One is the rollback. Rollback is nothing but it's a kind of undo. For example, if we delete, let's take one example that our phone. We have taken some pictures, okay, selfies like that. Some of them are not good. So what we are going to do is we'll delete. After deleting, it goes to trash in the Google Photos. If you want to save them back, just click on that restore. Okay. Then automatically it comes into our gallery. In the same way, rollback, if you delete or if you change any data in the table, so if you want to recollect or reback, it's kind of backup. So again, we want to regain that into our table, then we can use rollback. Okay. For that, we need to define the transaction, begin transaction. What do you mean by begin transaction? So under this, there are multiple queries are there. Multiple queries can be executed at a time, like a function in Python. Okay. So in depth, we'll discuss about the begin transaction in next slide. So what I'm going to do is it's kind of undo. So in MS Word, if you typing something else, and if you delete unfortunately some important data, automatically if you type Control Z, what happens? It comes back like this. Rollback will work, right? So this is the syntax. We need to mention the began transaction. Okay, from here we start the transaction. Okay, so here I used one thing, delete from employee database or employee table where ID equal 1. For example, let me take this is the employee table. Okay. Role number 1 is Nagaraju with some data science and the salary some like a party. Like this is the salary. Now what I'm going to do is I just want to delete because my salary has been changed and my discipline is also changed. We can use update, alter, or else I want to, if I want to delete completely, I can delete. Now again, because the employee is resigned, Nagaraju is resigned. He resigned from the company. After 2 years, again he wants to join. Then what I'm going to do is just first delete that, and after 2 years roll back, or else we can use simply roll. Okay. Commit means if you want to make a transaction permanent, this is the transaction come like backup. Okay. This is whatever you do, you want, if you want to delete, if you want to roll back, if you want to drop, or else it won't, it will not, because it is committing. Committing means storing or saving permanently. Okay. Now here I'm using begin transaction, delete from employee where ID equal to 1. Again, this only. But here it comes back. Here, once it is deleted, will not come back, will not undo or will not regain, even though we use rollback. Okay. Rollback is just regain that information. Now that Nagaraju will not work in future also. Delete permanently. Okay. Commit. Fix this. Make it constant or make it fixed. Like that, commit keyword will work. Rollback is for undo or backup kind of thing. For commit is permanently do one operation. Okay, a transaction. This is about rollback. I'll show you that begin transaction. You can see here. What do you mean by begin transaction? It's a statement. Okay, begin transaction is statement or one kind of SQL command or a SQL statement. And what is the purpose? It means you are saying to SQL server that start a new transaction. Begin means starting, right? So it's a start of new transaction. And what do you mean by transaction? Simply a sequence of one or more SQL statements or the code or the keywords or the whatever queries. Okay. So from here, start some multiple statements. After that, what we are going to make it permanent. For that, what we are going to use commit. Even though delete that, just I want to roll back. Okay. You can see here. One is it is to start new transaction. What do you mean by transaction? A sequence of one or more SQL statements that executed single unit of code. Means within transactions are executed, whatever the transactions within the transaction. Sorry, let me clear this. Whatever the statements within the transaction, okay, one of the statement fails. If any statement fails, the entire transaction is rolled back. Okay. That will explain. For example, I am taking here one example. Begin transaction. What I'm going to do is insert into customers table with the column name address as the another column, and values are name and 123 for main street. Okay. Update orders set quantity. Orders, update the orders what we call table, and set quantity. Orders means it is related for customer on kind of supermarket or big basket. Okay, set quantity equal quantity plus 10 where order ID equal 100. After that, just commit, make it permanent. Right? So you cannot understand right now this one. Let me explain. There is order table. Okay. In order table, order ID, is one column and quantity is another column. Name, address also columns. Okay. What happens is what the SQL statement is saying that where there is order ID 100. Let's say this is 100. Okay. For that quantity is there now. If quantity is 150, quantity plus 10 means 150 plus 10, that is 160. Just make that value 160. This is the update. Okay. Insert means the value is entering like name John. Want to do that. Commit, make it permanent. So conclusion is it is used for new transaction. It is used to execute one or more SQL statements in single unit of work. The transaction can be committed with commit or rollback with rollback statement. Okay. Next one is the save point. This is the last one in today's class. Save point is simply it's a kind of giving or assigning the values. Okay, not exactly. Let me clear this. Save point is point within transaction where the state of the database can be saved. Okay. Now what happens here is there is database or the table. Okay. Now there are some values. First, this is the save point. What I'm going to do is begin transaction. It is already told you DTL, a data transaction language. So save transaction one without applying any modification, either addition, deleting, or dropping, changing the values. Just save the table as it is. After that, okay. After that, delete some data. After deleting, save the table. After deleting, let me delete this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is deleted. What happens? Simply 1, 3, 4. So save this copy. Again, save this copy. For the T1, save this copy. For T2, save this copy. And in this, what I'm going to do is in copy, what I'm going to do is ID equal 3. Let me delete this one. I'm saying with the T2. Okay. This one, this one, this one. What happens is if you want to change any modification, if you want to get original that, we can go for T1. It's a kind of our photo, what we call using filters for our photo. For example, there is our photo. Okay, I want to apply some filters. For example, green. I don't know exactly what green. Some black and white, high contrast. So after that, it will ask, can we change this modification or discard? If you want to change, you can change. And at the end, after applying all the filters, at the end, it will ask keep the original image as it is. We'll have original image as well as after applying filters, we'll get some photo. Same. First one is the original, and after applying filters, this is another copy. In the same way, this is first copy, second copy, third copy. If you want to access this one, we'll call T3, we'll call T2, we'll call T1, like this. So I'll show you in the code, then we'll close the class. I think it's over. Yeah. Are you able to see a server? Can you confirm? Yes or no? Are you able to see the screen? Okay. Fine. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm using Raj. Use Raj. And what are the tables are there? Oh, I have 4. Let me check that class. Select star means all values from the table class. Name marks. Okay. What I'm going to is I'm going to insert into table name class. Values are, what are the values? Name. For example, Raj. What is marks he got? 88. Now one query is over. Execute. One row is affected. Let's check. Select from star. Now Raj. Next, say Mahesh, and he got 77. Let me execute this inquiry now. Or else you can change like this. Copy. Already Mahesh is executed, right? Now, all these are the Mahesh for this Rajesh, and marks are, let's say, 56. Suresh, and he got less marks are 66. Prakash, he got 79, and let's say Gopi, he got 87, and let's say some Satyam 71. Let me execute all these at a time. Almost all are executed. Let me check that now. Fine. Let me clear this. Now this is our stored data. Let's apply. Okay. What are the rollback and commit and save. So rollback. First, we need to begin the transaction, and after that, what we are going to deleting one name like Gopi. Delete. From what is the table name class where name equal to Gopi. Okay, and roll back. What happens? Let's check. First, I want to execute this one only. One row is affected. Now let's check is the Gopi is available or not. Gopi is deleted. Now I want to get back that Gopi. Simply roll back and select Gopi is there. Have you checked that? First, I deleted Gopi and Gopi is not there, and I want to roll back. Okay. I want to roll back that. There's no correction. Okay. Let me check this. Yeah. Okay. This is how can roll back. Roll back means undo, like one kind of in our laptops. So there is a recycle bin, right? Like that. Now let's check commit. Commit is it executes that or it changes the table or the data permanently. Now let's begin transaction. Right, and delete. Already Gopi is there now. Okay, delete. Let me copy this one. And commit. Okay, it's good. Now let me check values. Okay, Gopi is not there. Now, if we want to try to roll back, what happens? Let's. Okay, this is not that one. Yeah. So if change roll back, it's showing error because begin transaction. Transaction. Yeah, that makes it 2 lines. It is executed, but is the data available? Gopi is there? No, Gopi is not there. Even though we have done a rollback, still we are not getting Gopi name in the table. This is how it works. And save point. Now this is the table, right? This is the table. Let me copy this one. So how can I copy? Begin transaction. Okay. Save. What is the syntax? Save transaction. Transaction. Let's give one name for easily understand. Let's say copy. Copy is the keyword. Okay. Copy one. Okay. Now delete. Name is name is this is the last one. Just wait for 5 minutes. We'll finish this one. Delete some. Delete from class. I want to delete where name equal to Satyam. After that, let's save another transaction. Save transaction. Let's say copy to and delete from class where name equal to Raj. Okay. Let's execute this one. One row affected. Total 2 rows are affected. Now let's check the data. Select star from class. Okay. Let me execute only this one, and all are deleted. So I want to copy one. Okay. So whatever the data stored, copy one. Let me roll back. You want to get the back, whatever the saved data, transaction, copy one. Let me execute this one. Oops. Execute. What happened? Executed. No transaction or save point or statement found. What happened? Copy one is there now. Okay. Let me select start. Yeah, it is coming. Copy one until this Satyam is there. After that, in copy two, Satyam is deleted. Let's check copy two. Okay, all are saved. If I want to get only copy two, let me execute this again so that every Satyam Raj will be deleted. And if I want to store copy two, means Satyam is already deleted. 0 rows affected. Okay. Now copy to roll back. Commands completed successfully. Select this one. Oops. Something is there. Let me execute again. Already deleted the data. Okay, it is deleted permanently. That's the reason it's not showing. Let me change Rajesh. Prakash. Spelling mistake, just to correct that. Execute. What? Syntax error near underscore. Where Prakash. Okay. Rajesh is correct only. Correct. Because till now I have taken and here only I stopped. That's the reason it's showing error. Now once again executed. Already it is done. So that's the reason it's showing 0. You can check here. Some error is occurring. So now I want to copy to roll back. And select that. And I think no change. Huh? Rajesh is not there. Rajesh is deleted here only. Okay. So we are accessing or we are retrieving only Prakash. This is how we can save the copies of the data. So that in further we can use. For example, there is original data is there. I want to take some data only. If I apply directly on this, okay, it will be changed. Okay. For example, if I want to reduce the size, rows or columns, it is affected on the original one. Instead of that, we can take like this from original one, and we can do some data manipulation, whatever you want to do, we can do that. So original will be as it is. Right? I hope you understand. But you need to practice. It will not understand it is easily. You need to if you want to understand